Have you ever looked up at the night sky, filled with its countless stars, and felt a sense of connection? Have you ever wondered if there's a deeper order to it all? We often think of the universe as a vast, cold, and empty place, a cosmic machine governed by lifeless physical laws. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the universe itself is alive? This isn't just a question for science fiction. It's a profound idea that has captivated thinkers for centuries. It asks us to reconsider everything we think we know about life and our place in the cosmos. Could it be that the swirling galaxies, the burning stars, the empty space between them, are all parts of one gigantic living being? The idea that the universe is a living entity is not a new one. Long before we had telescopes, particle accelerators, ancient thinkers gazed at the same stars we see today. They saw the cosmos not as a dead machine, but as a vibrant, interconnected being. Plato, writing in Timaeus, described the universe as a single visible living creature. He called it a divine animal containing all other living things within itself. For Plato, the cosmos had a soul and an intelligence guiding its perfect circular motions. The planets and stars were not just rocks fire, they were parts of this cosmic body. This wasn't just a flight of fancy. It was an attempt to explain the order and harmony in the heavens. The predictable cycles of the sun, moon, stars suggested a kind of cosmic metabolism. In this worldview, everything was connected. The movements of the planets could influence events on Earth, the idea that became astrology. While we now explain motion with gravity, the intuition behind the vision is clear. Many other cultures shared this view. For centuries, we mapped the universe as isolated islands, galaxies scattered through the void. But as our telescopes advanced, a new picture began to emerge. Mapping hundreds of thousands of galaxies shows they are not random. They form a staggering, intricate structure, a vast network of filaments, clusters that stretches billions of light years. We call it the cosmic web, and it looks strangely familiar, like a brain. A computer simulation of the cosmic web and a microscopic image of neurons side by side look uncannily similar. Where filaments intersect, massive galaxy clusters appear like bustling cities at cosmic highway junctions. Between filaments are vast, dark, mostly empty regions, voids. This structure, filaments, nodes, voids, resembles a neural network. Researchers have done quantitative analyses. They found mathematical similarities between how the cosmic web grows and transmits information and how a brain learns and processes signals. Could the universe be processing information? Could it, in some sense, be thinking? We don't know. This is the edge of scientific inquiry, more questions than answers. When we look up at the stars, they seem eternal, unchanging, but they are not. Stars are born, they live, and they die. Their life stories are epic dramas played out over millions or billions of years. A star's life begins in a stellar nursery. A vast cold cloud, gas, dust, a nebula. Gravity is the midwife of stars. It slowly pulls clumps together. A clump gets denser, heats, and becomes a protostar. An infant star not yet shining on its own. Eventually it hits about 10 million degrees Celsius. Something magical happens. Nuclear fusion ignites. Hydrogen atoms slam together. They fuse into helium, releasing massive energy. Energy pushes out. Gravity pulls in. A balance. A star is born. It enters adulthood, the main sequence. Our sun, approximately 6 billion years old and about 5 billion years left. When the sun runs out of core hydrogen, gravity wins. The star becomes a red giant, swelling to swallow inner planets. Outer layers drift away into space, forming a glowing planetary nebula. Left behind, a hot, dense core, a white dwarf. For much more massive stars, the core collapses and then explodes as a supernova. Just as stars have life cycles, so do the giant cosmic cities they inhabit. The galaxies. Galaxies are not static collections of stars, they are dynamic, evolving systems that grow, change, and interact over billions of years. The earliest galaxies we can see were small, messy, and irregular. They were the first seeds of cosmic structure. These early galaxies were the building blocks for grand spirals and giant ellipticals we see today. Galaxies grow through a process of cosmic cannibalism. Larger galaxies pull in smaller ones with their immense gravity. We can see the streams of stars from smaller dwarf galaxies that it has torn apart and absorbed in its past. The Milky Way is currently on a collision course with Andromeda. In about 4.5 billion years, our two galaxies will begin a cosmic dance. They will merge to form a single, giant elliptical galaxy, Milkomeda. This process of merging and interaction shapes a galaxy's life. When two gas-rich galaxies collide, gravitational shock waves can trigger a massive burst of star formation. a galactic baby boom. The galaxy lights up with the blue glow of millions of hot, young stars. Over time, as a galaxy uses up its gas or loses it through interactions, its star formation slows down. The galaxy ages and becomes dominated by red light. Red and dead. Galaxies even have something like a circulatory system, gas in, star formation, and outflows that enrich the intergalactic medium. To understand how the entire universe might be alive, it helps to start a little closer to home. Let's look at our own planet. Is Earth alive? In the 1970s, scientist James Lovelock and microbiologist Lynn Margulis proposed a radical new idea. They called it the Gaia hypothesis. View Earth not as a rock with life on it, but as a single, complex, self-regulating system. Living organisms, the biosphere, the atmosphere, the oceans, rocks, all tightly coupled. Together, they form a synergistic system that maintains conditions for life. Think about the temperature of our planet. The sun has gotten about 30% brighter since life first began, yet Earth's surface temperature has remained remarkably stable. Tiny microbes called cyanobacteria evolved photosynthesis. They began releasing oxygen as a waste product. Over billions of years, that waste transformed the atmosphere, paving the way for complex oxygen-breathing life, including us. See the Amazon rainforest not as just trees, but as a lung of the planet. See microbial communities in the soil and oceans as a global digestive system recycling nutrients. If Earth can be seen as a single living entity, could the same be true for the universe on a grander scale? Perhaps Gaia is a stepping stone, a miniature model for a living cosmos. It's as if Earth has a kind of physiological intelligence. The Gaia hypothesis asks us to see the world differently. We've seen how the universe resembles a brain in its structure and a living thing in its life cycles. If the universe is alive, could it also be conscious? This is the territory of a philosophical idea called Panpsychism. Panpsychism doesn't mean that every rock or star is thinking like a human. It's the view that consciousness, or some primitive form of it, is a fundamental and ubiquitous feature of the universe. It suggests that consciousness didn't just pop into existence in complex brains like ours. It's been present in matter all along. Elementary particles like electrons or quarks might possess an incredibly simple form of experience, a kind of proto-consciousness. On its own, this proto-consciousness is negligible. But when matter becomes organized into complex systems, like the neural network of a brain or the cosmic web of galaxies, these tiny bits might combine and give rise to rich consciousness. This idea might sound far-fetched, but it's taken seriously by a number of contemporary neuroscientists and philosophers. Why? Because it offers a potential solution to what is known as the hard problem of consciousness. We can describe what the brain does, how neurons fire, but we have no scientific explanation for how this physical activity gives rise to the subjective, inner world of experience. Panpsychism suggests there is no gap to bridge. Consciousness is an intrinsic property of the matter that makes up the brain. If true, consciousness is woven into the fabric of the cosmos. So what if it's all true? What if we are living inside a giant cosmic organism that is slowly waking up? What does that mean for us, tiny beings on a speck of dust orbiting an average star? For one, it would fundamentally change our understanding of our own significance. We are not just observers of the cosmos, we are the cosmos observing itself. Our consciousness is one way the universe experiences its own existence. This perspective could transform our relationship with the world and with each other. If we are all cells in the same cosmic body, nation, race, religion, we are all made of the same stardust, animated by the same universal life force. The carbon in our bodies was forged in the heart of a dying star. The water in our cells has flowed through comets and ancient oceans. We are, in the most literal sense, connected to everything. This realization could foster a profound sense of empathy and unity, not just with other humans but with all life in the planet itself. Perhaps our role in the cosmos is to be its sensory organs. Through our science, our art, and our philosophy, we are gathering information about the universe and trying to understand it. We are the universe's attempt to become self-aware. Every discovery we make, every poem we write, every question we ask adds to the cosmic consciousness. We stand at a remarkable moment in the story of our species. We have sent our minds and our machines to the edge of the solar system and to the dawn of time. The more we learn, the more mysterious and wonderful the universe becomes. There are so many mysteries left to solve. What is the true nature of dark matter, dark energy? The invisible stuff that makes up 95% of the universe. Could they be part of the universe's life support system? Could the laws of physics themselves evolve over time like the genetic code of a living organism? These are the questions that will drive the next generation of scientists, explorers, and dreamers. The quest for knowledge is the greatest adventure of our time. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to us, but the fact that it does, even in part, is the most wonderful thing. A small collection of atoms on a minor planet, us, can look out into the vastness and begin to understand its structure and history. So the next time you look up at the night sky, don't just see a collection of distant lights. Try to see the filaments of the cosmic web connecting it all. Imagine that you might be looking at the functioning of a vast living being. Let the feeling of awe wash over you.